be trying to write this. I just woke up. I just woke up. I just woke up to some straight BS. So, so I'm to get this out here while it's on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I tested it out last night before I came on here. I woke up and got my results. So I just wanted to come on here and basically explain. So like I had something happen. I ain't gonna say what it was, right? But then I had to go test this theory. I had this theory. I was like, wait a minute, man, hold on, let me test this. Cause like the same people who talk shit about me is the same motherfuckers who man, it's ill. So like, so I'm in a cancer group, right? I'm in a lot of groups for all this science. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a cancer group, right? I'm sitting there scrolling, minding my business. You know what I'm saying? Doing what I do. Ain't bothered nobody. Right, okay. So they tried to shut me down. But it ain't about that. So I'm talking to this Libra dude, right? He got this opportunity from me, right? And I'm like, man, actually, you know, this is a good opportunity, but I can tell you who it's even better for is this guy I know. You call him up. That's right up his alley. Mine's an Aries. So I'm saying, I ain't do a Libra. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there telling a Libra to call it Aries. So I'm like, man, I hope this shit don't, you know what I'm saying, go left. But like, this is the dude you actually need to talk to. You know what I'm saying? So he pick up the phone, he called him. You know what I'm saying? Aries dude pick up the phone. He started talking about, Blau? No, I don't fuck with that nigga. That nigga do, that nigga fuck my life up. That nigga do witchcraft. That nigga do voodoo. That nigga do, like, I'm sitting there listening to this shit. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm like, wait a minute, nigga. You sit there and kicked it with me for fucking 3 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. He said, what? He's like, yeah, this nigga told me, Macy don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why he say that? He said, because, like, that nigga, he said, I couldn't even tell what the fuck that nigga was saying. It was actually incoherent. The shit didn't even make no sense. I'm like, all right, okay, that part. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, it ain't like a nigga got footage. Like, you know what I'm saying? What up, Sabrina? What up, people? What up, fam? So it ain't like a motherfucker got footage on this page. Like, you know what I'm saying? You motherfucker got footage. You know what I'm saying? Me basically explaining what the fuck happened, why motherfuckers went left. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't say shit. This nigga sit there and explain to. I'm like, okay, so it ain't like as soon as this nigga get over here, I'm gonna show this nigga this footage, showing you this motherfucker lying, right? You know what I'm saying? That's why you ain't keep footage. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sitting there thinking about this shit. I'm like, so wait a minute. I'm the fucking villain here, right? So as soon as I get past that thought, I start thinking, you know, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I'm thinking about Jordan. Like, I'm thinking about Michael Jordan. Like, Michael Jordan said some shit like, man, I took that personally. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't get that joke. There was a documentary on Michael Jordan came out, so I'm saying maybe about a year or two ago. It was on ESPN. He kept saying everything. He's like, man, I took that person. I took that person. Now, you can look this up on YouTube. They got a compilation of Michael Jordan saying he took shit personal. You know what I'm saying? And I, like, that's some Aquarius shit. And then I had to go sit down and think about it. I was like, why the fuck he take shit so personal? But at the same time, like, I understand, like, what he actually saying. Like, when he say he took shit personal, right? What he really saying is, you know, whatever it is he took personal, the other person did not make the best decision. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jordan obviously is the best decision. He's like, Joe, how the fuck did you make that decision? How could you make a decision to go against the best basketball player in the history of the NBA? Like, he's like that don't make sense to him. Like, so then he takes shit like that personal. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's kind of how I look at the same shit. And I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. Let me stand back. Let me take a step back. I go into different groups. Like, I go in the cancer group first. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, now mind you, I go in the cancer group. I see a big ass sign that's posted up. It say, man, you know, there's certain signs I just can't stand. I just don't fuck with. Namely, one of them is Aquarius. I don't fuck with Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? They're like, what about you? You know what I'm saying? To mind you, I'll go through the list. I see Aquarius. It's a couple other signs in there. You so saying, but they like, man, I don't fuck with Aquarius. I don't fuck with Aquarius. I don't fuck with Aquarius. And I was like, man, Joe, you know, I was sitting there thinking, like, okay, let me go in there and ask a question. You know what I'm saying? All the motherfuckers who's saying that they don't fuck with Aquarius, I asked them, I'm like, okay, well, would you date another Cancer? You know what I'm saying? They like, hell no. And I'm like, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if Aquarius is such a fucked up sign, why the fuck won't you date your own sign? You know what I'm saying? And then like, mind you, I go in there, all the groups, I'm answering all the groups. I'm like, okay, well, you know, would you date your other like, would you date your other sign? You know what I'm saying? Most of them notoriously saying nope, nope, nope. But you're gonna ask about Aquarius, or you know, I don't really fuck with Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? I'm only doing this in the ones that they talking shit about Aquarius. I'm asking, I'm like, okay, would you fuck with the other sign? They're like, hell no. I'm like, exactly. So if you don't like Aquarius, now it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like motherfuckers sitting there talking shit. The Aries motherfuckers sitting there talking shit about me. You know what I'm saying? Is fucking other Aries. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people who talk shit about Aquarius, it's not like they dating the other sign or not. They gonna date the other sign. And like, motherfuckers won't even think to even ask no shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? We know shit because we got PTSD. You see, it ain't because we want to know shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the shit we know, we had to go through some shit to figure the shit out. It ain't like we just, you know, be knowing shit. You know what I'm saying? I saw a video the other day. The lady was saying, she was saying, like, you know, if I go in my backyard and it's a snake back there, you see what I'm saying? And, you know, I come back in the house, you know what I'm saying? I see you on your way to go to my backyard, you know what I'm saying? And I got a decision to make right then and there, like, okay, well, shit. Do I tell them it's a snake back there, or do I just let you go back there by yourself? You know what I'm saying? Now, you got certain motherfuckers who will tell you, like, you know, um, don't be forcing your information. Like, okay, there's no shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they got concept called, like, mansplaining. Like, telling people shit that, you know, that they unwarranted information. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times people be like, well, why the fuck Aquarius be mansplaining shit all the time? They be explaining shit that nobody, you know what I'm saying, even asked them to explain. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, it's like the snake analogy. And they're like, okay, if I don't even say shit, you going back there, I know it's a snake back there. You know what I'm saying? You going back there, I don't even say shit. I just let you go back there so you can figure the shit out for yourself, like I did. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're gonna be even more pissed off that I didn't tell you. You know what I'm saying? After you be like, well, why the fuck you ain't tell me? Well, shit. Well, you know, I didn't want to be mansplaining shit. I didn't want to, you know, be forcing information on you. So I let you, you know what I'm saying, figure the shit out yourself. You're gonna be even more pissed about that shit than be telling you. Now, mind you, just go back to Cain. You know what I'm saying? In Genesis 3, when God told Cain after he messed up his the first worship, he was like, look, man, what you mad for? Just do it right. Just do it over again. You know what I'm saying? What did Cain do? He instantly went, cut next scene, he killing his brother. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got people that's like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just as soon as you know, tell them, look, man, this is how you supposed to do this. Motherfucker be looking at you like, okay, well, what the fuck? Why you trying to tell me? You be like, I be like, all right. But you don't fuck with your own sign, though, do you? Right? You know what I'm saying? I got into a similar conversation with Aaliyah the other day. Like, he said to tell you, like, why the fuck Aquarius always try to, you know, over-explain simple shit. You know what I'm saying? In the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, right, you a Leo though, right? But you ain't fucking with another Leo though, is you? Like, hell no, okay then. Okay then. You know what I'm saying? You set the tone. When you're dealing with Aquarius, a lot of times you set the tone. A lot of people do not understand this shit. The Aquarius is often, like, we right there next to Pisces. A lot of shit we be doing, we be trying to mirror what the fuck you be doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if you doing this, then I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? But what happened is a lot of on principle, Aquarius will watch you do some bogus shit and we'll be like, okay, that's what we on. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is. Because, like, when this shit come back around to you, you going to be pissed off. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be on principle. It ain't going to be, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, Aquarius be like, wait, hold on. Like, why you know, we're trying to tell the motherfucker, like, Joe, that's what we on? You know what I'm saying? And then motherfucker like, yeah, that's what we on. But then when we go do it, motherfuckers like, wait, hold on, that ain't what we on. I'm like, well, how come it was cool when you did it? But it ain't cool when I do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why, mind you, like, you know what I'm saying? Poe, you know what I'm saying? He work around crazy motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers like literally insane. You know what I'm saying? He told one of them told him, he was like, man, he was a Cancer. And he told Poe, he's like, man, I can't fuck with Cancer. He's like, wait, hold on. He's like, you a Cancer, nigga, what you mean? He's like, yeah, that's exactly why I can't fuck with Cancer. Because, like, when I'm talking to a Cancer, I know what they be doing. You know what I'm saying? He said, they be sitting there playing little mind games with your ass. You see what I'm saying? And I know what they be doing. And he's like, that I ain't gonna sit there and do that shit. So I had to go sit the fuck down. I was thinking about this. I was like, wait, hold on, wait, what? He's like, right, like, you know what I'm saying? If you, the shit is like, motherfuckers that tell you that they got a good sign, like, oh yeah, my sign's better than your sign. But at the same time, they won't fuck with their other sign. It ain't like you see a bunch of like Aries together. It ain't like you see a bunch of Leos dating each other. It ain't like you see a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, Pisces motherfuckers all dating each other. It ain't like you see a bunch of Virgos all dating each other. You know what I'm saying? Scorpios, swear to God, they the coldest sign, but it ain't like all the Scorpios is dating Scorpios type shit. It's like, oh, you right, because you know, if your sign is so great, then why the fuck you ain't fucking your sign? Why you ain't fucking? Why you ain't trying to find somebody with your own sign? You ain't about to date your own sign. You know what I'm saying? Aquarius know this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know no matter what you say about your sign, you're not about to go fuck with your other sign. You see what I'm saying? No matter how much you claim they're good. So you know what I'm saying? Don't, don't try to talk Aquarius get a bad rap a lot of times because, man, we kind of like I said, we right there next to Pisces. We be reflecting people's information. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, motherfuckers hate to see us doing the shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times water signs don't like our ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, in order to be a psychic, you gotta know. It ain't intuition. It's the difference between intuition and knowing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Aquarius, no. You gotta think about all, I said this multiple times in the channel, like, we know for real, know. Like, we dealing with psychic, you want somebody that know. Not somebody that can feel, not somebody that can believe, not somebody that, you know what I'm saying, is putting the attention back on them, not somebody that, you know what I'm saying, like, not, you want somebody that know. You know what I'm saying? Aquarius know the contradictions between what you think of yourself and the rest of the people in your sign. Like, we know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's why a lot of times we'll take shit personal. Like, Joe, why you do that, man? Like, that was a dumbass move. You know what I'm saying? Aquarius is a lot like oral sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, like, Aquarius is, Aquarius, like, you know what I'm saying? I was reading an article one time, they were talking about Aquarius love to give oral sex. They love to give, like ain't no like Aquarius female going down on a dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's their area. Like, you know what I'm saying? Aquarius female love to give head. Like, you know what I'm saying? They love to please. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, like, they don't even try to get pleased themselves. It's like, no, like, they just love, you know what I'm saying, doing that. You know what I'm saying? If you with an Aquarius woman, you know this shit. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you fuck that up? You finally get with a motherfucker who actually like to actually please. Like, they don't even give a fuck about that. Man, you gotta think opposite Leo. So I'm saying, this somebody who, like, is trying to please, and you fuck that up. Like, a lot of times Aquarius be the side bitch, and, like, in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And you got dudes, like, literally sitting there arguing with their side bitch. Like, Joe, how the fuck you arguing with your side bitch? You know what I'm saying? Because you dealing with somebody who know the shit that you want. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, once you do some stupid shit, you can't take back. Like Aquarius see that shit, be like, hold on, that was some stupid shit. So like, you can't take that shit back. Like, we see that shit, so and like, we move on principle. And we're like, nah, like, we know, we see the shit that you want. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to be slick. Like, a lot of motherfuckers go into relationships trying to be slick. You know what I'm saying? And Aquarius will call you out on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about, like, you know, domestic relationships. I'm talking about, like, relationships in general, like with your friends, family, shit like that. Like, Aquarius can see the slick shit you want. You go to 2 Corinthians 2:11. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we with the bullshit. Like, you think about, like Hunter Biden, the shit, Hunter Biden Aquarius. So saying he the president's son. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden, Scorpio, president. So I'm saying, now, you see, I ain't following this all the way. You know what I'm saying? But, like, he was supposed to get up there and plead guilty. You know what I'm saying? To some charges. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting out if they plead not guilty. You know what I'm saying? Because of the shit that they tried to basically tie all this shit into one narrative. And he was like, wait, hold on, no, this ain't all one narrative. Motherfucker, like, y'all can't do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, you understand the prosecutor about to go back and change the deal, you know what I'm saying, and make that shit fit him. Because the amount of shit like, this nigga done worn wires and shit. Like, he know all type of inside. He know the shit that these motherfuckers is on. It's like, Joe, you charge me, you diss me, you diss yourself. You prosecute me, all trust me, I'm taking everybody fucking with me. Like, don't put Aquarius in some bullshit, ask us to play the game, and then turn around and try to, like, fuck with us. It's like, Joe, like Goodfellas say, you know what I'm saying? If you whack me, you can't be a boss. You know what I'm saying? If you whack Aquarius, you can't be a boss type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't. Because, like, we know. we really know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a Cassandra complex. Like, I've talked about this before. You know what I'm saying? I got Cassandra complex. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know shit. We try to tell people shit. And then, like, by us telling people shit, it'd be the exact shit that that throw the whole relationship into a spiral. Motherfuckers like, oh, I don't like you know what I'm saying? Like you got certain women who be dating a dude, you see what I'm saying? And then like they friend, like they're like, oh girl, I seen your man out with some other girl type shit. Like you see what I'm saying? Like some like we like you know like she know that she got inside information. Now she be sitting there wondering like, shit, do I tell my girl this shit? Or do I just keep it to myself? Because if I tell it, it's gonna ruin, it's gonna it's gonna ruin her whole relationship. It might even ruin my relationship with her because she gonna think that I'm jealous. So I'm trying to give her man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so like you like oh girl be knowing like she know like yo I know her man. She you know what I'm saying? Do I tell her? That's like the Aquarius conundrum right there. A lot of times because like we know what this information gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we don't even say shit. You know what I'm saying? And like you know. You think of the Matrix. A lot of the Matrix, especially like I said before, dealing with cardinal signs, is smiling, being nice, polite, like not going past, you know, with like Mars, like you know, like it's only most people only deal with like the first, you know, what's it, 3, 4 planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Like you know what I'm saying? Like once you go into Jupiter, all the other planets, like you don't really, you know what I'm saying? So, you know. Do I say something? Do I not say something? Do I say something? It's gonna have an effect. You know, we be right there. So when you dealing with like a sign that looking at you, like, oh well, he can't play the game. This motherfucker gonna shut the fuck up. This motherfucker just like, well, shit, I know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of shit. Like it's a lot of shit. Believe it or not, Aquarius is not telling you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit we don't say because we be knowing like, okay, if I say this, then this motherfucker gonna take this shit and do what the fuck he want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know how much shit people steal from me? You know how much information motherfuckers can steal from me and just go take it? Like, and mind you, they don't even have their shit in order. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even have their own shit in order. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watch, man, please. I watch motherfuckers don't even take care of their own motherfucking kids be on fucking YouTube cloud chasing. You know what I'm saying? You like, so you got your whole priorities fucked up. You don't even take care of your fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't be on this channel like that. Like, y'all know that. Like, right now, I'm kind of going through you know what I'm saying? I'm going through it like it's Leo season. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going through a time right now where I've been, you know, where I'm going through. But like y'all know, it, like what I've done, it's gonna be a while for y'all see me again. Like y'all know that shit. Like I'll be out here like that. Like you got certain motherfuckers that hold YouTube every fucking day, cloud chasing, cat chasing. They ain't even got their bills paid. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nowhere to stay. They ain't got no car. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else paying their motherfucking cell phone bill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all that shit be fucked up. They be sitting in there trying to give you advice on what the fuck to do with your life and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Aquarius don't do good with that shit. Like I said before, like you only see Michael Jordan motherfucker in there. You barely see me on this motherfucker. Like you so saying, like everything got to be all the way straight before I even get on here and say, okay, look, this is what you need to do. Like I gotta get everything in my life. Like you guys saying, a lot of motherfuckers don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like they'll just jump right on here and start telling you what the fuck you need to do with your life, and their whole life be fucked up behind closed doors. I see this shit all the time. I'm saying you'll never know. Like motherfuckers be in my inbox all the time. Like you know what I'm saying, content creators be in my fucking inbox. Like hey, Joe, man, I like the way you break this shit down. Can you help me explain this shit like this? Like you'll never know. You know what I'm saying? Same motherfuckers who they're like, right. Jump right on the internet and then repeat the shit I'm saying to them on the fucking internet like that motherfucker said that shit. Like, so this shit happens all the time. All the fucking time. And then turn around and tell motherfuckers that, like, Aquarius is fucked up. Like, okay, you already know. Aquarius is fucking demonic. Aquarius is, you know what I'm saying? Aquarius don't have no emotions. Aquarius motherfucking psychopath. Aquarius don't give a fuck about you. Whole time say motherfucker be on my page, taking all the information, going to go tell people what to do because they don't know, you know what I'm saying? They don't have no reference points on how to actually give people advice. You see what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you literally taking my information. You see what I'm saying? Putting it on your motherfucking channel and then turn around and talking shit about me. You see what I'm saying? It's like I said, like Dr. Dre. I mean, like Snoop said about Dre. He's like, look, when you diss Dre, you diss yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like Michael Jordan. Same thing. Like you think about anybody talking shit about Jordan, like how he made the motherfucker eat the motherfucking word. You know what I'm saying? Like Jadakiss said, I got footage of the game. Press replay. It ain't like, you know, shit ain't being recorded and people can't see what's what. Like we live in a time now. Like I said, we moving closer to the age of Aquarius. People can see the bullshit people is on. You can't just jump on the internet and be saying shit. Like people gonna find out like what's what, who said what, where the reference was, according to who. You see what I'm saying? It's just like like in Luke 22. So it's in the Passover came. The disciples asked Jesus. You know what I'm saying? They say, oh well, where we gonna set the Passover at? You know what I'm saying? Jesus said, well look, go over here. So there's gonna be a dude there with a jug. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have a pitcher of water. Follow him and he gonna show you where the Passover is. So I'm saying, I think that's what, Luke 22, I would say 18 maybe. Luke 22:18 maybe, somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? The guy with the jug of water, he was the guy that knew where they was going to have the Passover. So I'm saying, this is like Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bear, the dude walking with the jug. So I'm saying, Jesus say, look, follow the water bear. So I'm saying, he going to take you into the table where the Passover is at. So I'm saying, they're like, okay. Now, you guys say, okay, well, who the hell was the water? Who was that dude? Who was the water bear? How did he know where the Passover was going to be? You know what I'm saying? So same thing, you know what I'm saying, when you're doing with Chris, like, okay, if this dude know what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? He know, you follow him, he gonna take you where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? It's a water bear. It's not somebody actually, you know what I'm saying, swimming through the water. This somebody actually contain the water. You know what I'm saying? This is actually somebody who can contain this water. Like, where he's not necessarily affected by it. He's holding a jug. You know what I'm saying? He can contain that shit. You know what I'm saying? Follow that dude. Now, you got certain motherfuckers out here tell you, okay, yo, I'm going to follow that dude, like Judas. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to follow him straight to the table. When you get to the table, Jesus say, well, look, one of y'all sitting at the table, you know what I'm saying, is going to betray me. You know what I'm saying? This is straight Aquarius shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, no, not y'all. I would never do no shit like that. I would never do no shit like that. It's like, you be sitting there with him, like, yo, trust me, you go do this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is why, you know what I'm saying? You got to say, in the first video I made on this page is talking about Pisces, like Piscean energy, talking about the motherfuckers, no, not the first video. You see the first astrology video I did. Talking about how Pisces is Judas. You know what I'm saying? This go all the way back to the ain't a damn thing changed. This is the same shit. I would say it is the same shit. I would say that. Is that like, we living in a time now. Mind you, the signs have shifted. 13 zodiac and shifted the whole signs, all that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, me, the type of information I'm gonna give you is not oh shit. It's not necessarily for me. Like I say, it really ain't for you. It's for the motherfuckers that's around you. It's the people that's dealing with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why a lot of times people come on this page, if they'll talk shit. I mean, what shit? Show the shit to your spouse. Show the shit to your girl. Show the shit to your man and see if they agree with you. You know what I'm saying? And like, people, that's the shit people don't like. You know what I'm saying? They be like, okay, well, this motherfucker knows shit about me. How the fuck he knows shit about me? And he's saying it. Now, that's another thing, me sitting there across from your ass and not saying this shit. It's me knowing this shit and not saying it. It's another thing, you know what I'm saying, you getting upset because I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? It's another thing you get upset because I know it. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of times, I didn't find situations where like people know that I know. Like motherfuckers, you guys say motherfuckers be lying, knowing they lying. Look at knowing they know you lying and still lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we live in a time like this. Like you like, wait, hold on, Joe. Like motherfuckers know you lying, Joe. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know that they know that you lying. But motherfucker, it's still a part of their brain that will observe this whole conundrum and still keep lying. It's a part of their brain know they lying. It's like, Joe, this nigga know I'm lying. Well, fuck it, just keep going. At this point, we ain't got no choice. We gotta keep lying. You know what I'm saying? People got this shit in them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of times like Aquarius won't even say shit and motherfuckers be mad that we even know. Like, Joe, I ain't even say, yeah, I know the shit you on, nigga, but I ain't even say shit. Motherfuckers still be mad just because we know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, man, fuck it, I don't like that motherfucker. You be like, right, bro, this shit. You know, that ain't on me. You know what I'm saying? That ain't on me. I was born in the middle of motherfucking winter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, either you gonna hate me or you gonna love me. A motherfucker motherfucker got time to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to force somebody, like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And I've seen so many situations where, like, so many times I tell people, hey man, don't do that. You might not want to do that. Hey Joe, don't do that. Just like Dr. Dre told Easy, hey Joe, you might not want to do that. Motherfuckers go, even before they be like, oh man, we down, we in a crew. I was like, okay, cool. People put me in their movie all the time. Hey man, I want you to help me do such a. Okay, cool. Right. Hey man, you might not want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the best person. You know, no, it's cool. I focus on what you do. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? They bring me into their movie. Then they give me the fucked up role. Like, so say I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do? Okay, you help me out. Tell me where I'm fucking up at, and give me advice, all that type of shit. Okay, cool. But just as soon as I go give you this advice, you're gonna do the opposite of everything I'm saying. Right. I don't want that role in my fucking movie. Like, you say, because you setting me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man, I'm gonna listen to you, all that shit. Okay, cool. Motherfuckers start moving. I start telling, okay, look, you might not want to do such because, oh man, hold on, what the fuck? And motherfuckers they're sitting there arguing with me. But Joe, you put me here in your movie to tell you exactly where to go left, where to go right. Now I'm here doing this shit, and you sitting there fucking arguing with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's fuck you. Now you're my mind. I told you this is exactly how the way this shit gonna go from the fucking beginning. You know what I'm saying? This happens over and over again. So I'm saying, then months later, like a year later. You know what I'm saying? After we done fell out, like a month or a year later, motherfucker always end up coming back. Like, hey man, you know what? You was right, man. I was tweaking. I was fucking up. You know what I'm saying? You had my best interest in mind. I fucked up. I was like, right, Joe, Joe, like you just another spoke on a big ass wheel of people in my life that I didn't heard this shit a million times. Cause like Aquarius, we already fucking know like how this shit gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, from the beginning, I've learned to give people enough room to hang their motherfucking self. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it be like, Joe, it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in between, you know what I'm saying? I got footage. I got it. Like, this is shit. Like, if I ever met you, you know what I'm saying? You came to me and sat down with me. You know what I'm saying? You was like, look, Blau, teach me this. I'm like, well, look, hold on, Joe. First of all, I ain't on that shit no more. I don't like doing that. And then, no, for real, man. I'm going to listen. I ain't one of them people that just. I'm like, okay, cool. What happened is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to press play. And then it's going to be a whole bunch of videos popping up of dudes and women who then came in and out of my life saying, you know what, Blau's a good person, man. I need to listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got footage of this shit. Like, I got at least like 10, 15 motherfuckers on tape basically saying, like, you know what I'm saying, Hood X is great, man. Hood X is good. It changed my life. Because, like, I already know, man, the way this shit gonna end, they gonna end up saying that I was fucked up. And the motherfucker gonna end up talking shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see this shit all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? But when you ask them, hey man, would you fuck with somebody your own sign? Would you fuck with somebody your own zodiac? You know what I'm saying? But why you ain't fuck with somebody that's just like you? You know what I'm saying? They be like, man, oh hell no. I'm like, right, okay, right. Same shit I ask people all the time. If you disagree with this shit on my page, show this shit to your motherfucking spouse and see if they agree with your ass. I'm saying, right. Are you fucking your own sign? Are you dead married, fucking with somebody your own sign? 9 times out of 10, mind you, there's some, um, outcrying situations out there, you know what I'm saying? Anomaly situations, yeah. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? The same people who sitting there talking about my sign is not gonna be fucking with their own sign. You know what I'm saying? So like you're not fucking with nobody. Like you ain't like you fucking with nobody. You know why? Because you can't run that bullshit ass game that you on. Like you know what I'm saying? You know the type of shit they gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? You know the type of shit you owe. You know what I'm saying? That's why you ain't fucking with like your opposite sign. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you ain't fucking with your sign. And that's where Aquarius come in right there. It's like, nah, nigga, like you ain't gonna sit there and try to push all this shit on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like with you know what I'm saying, with his your ass. The shit about Pisces like be right there in the 13th. I mean in the 12th house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like fantasy belief. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like way in the back. You see what I'm saying? It's like fantasy. You know what I'm saying? The part of this shit that make you pick up the phone and click on the link when you see somebody go live. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Aquarius right there, Joe. We right there. We right there next to it. When you think of Jordan, when you think of like, you know what I'm saying? If you're a dude, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm trying to think of like a female, like you know what I'm saying? Even like Paris Hilton. Are you a person like I said on the video? Paris Hilton. If it weren't for her, the whole, it's like, you know what I mean? Women subconsciously are trying to do the Paris Hilton blueprint without even knowing this shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, it be subconscious. You see what I'm saying? And if you're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong. Like, it ain't no if, ands, or buts about it. You see what I'm saying? Aquarius, no. Don't get it fucked up. If you're dealing with a spirit, like mine, it's a lot of dumbass Aquarius. Don't get it fucked up. It's a lot of dumbass fucking Aquarius. You want to know one of the Aquarius who ain't got no spirituality. I'm talking about specifically Aquarius who in their own purpose. You know what I'm saying? Who in their purpose. If they try to tell you something and you don't listen, you know what I'm saying? I promise you that's the last warning you're going to get because after that you're going to be fucked up. Mark my words. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to end it on that note. You did. Yeah, ain't shit else to say.